In our current generation of consoles and PCs, it seems that we don't get that many superhero game releases, at least compared to a time like the early to mid 2000s where there was a game for every single superhero movie that graced the theater. Superhero games were amazing growing up and playing on the older consoles. It brought the love that we had for the heroes into the popular gaming life. And for a time, most of the superhero movie tie-in games went the extra mile in putting in valuable effort into them, like having the actor from the movie voice act in the game, or having QuickTime events that were actually good. But now, we're living in a new age with new technology and a bunch of new IPs that Disney's probably going to own in the next 10 years. So I personally think that we're long overdue for a gaming market full of superhero titles. But don't get me wrong, I do love the ones that we have, like the Spider-Man PlayStation games, Guardians of the Galaxy, that was pretty nice, or Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because we're gonna pretend that this doesn't exist. And following the success that these titles have seen, I'm likely gonna be able to see my wish come true, because game developers have confirmed plans to push superhero IPs to be turned into games for the current generation of gaming. And one of these heroes that's getting their own game is Marvel's Iron Man. Now, I made a video about this when the news was confirmed a few months ago, but in short, EA is making a single-player story-based game slated for a 2025 release or later. Now, Iron Man hasn't had a full-fledged game release since 2010 with the movie tie-in Iron Man 2 game, which for the life of me I could not beat on PSP. Like, there was this one area right after the first mission where you went into this like factory or something, and I don't remember ever getting past it, so fuck whoever made that game. But as you can imagine, like myself, there's many people excited about this release due to the fact that Iron Man is a beloved Marvel character. And to my knowledge, this is the first time that there's ever been an Iron Man game with a story built from the ground up. So if PlayStation Spider-Man has shown us anything, it's that narrative superhero games can be some of the best things that you can play. And factor in the mentioned new graphics and hardware of the times, and this could potentially be one of the best games of the year that it releases. So recently, EA Motive, a Montreal-based game developer for Electronic Arts, took to share some promising insight on the development of the upcoming Iron Man title. News that any person excited for the game will be happy to hear. Almost as happy as you'll be hearing about my Patreon. If you want to support the channel, gain access to exclusive videos that'll never go to YouTube, or be able to watch my channel videos earlier than when I usually upload them, feel free to check the link in the description below and become a Patreon member today. EA Motive just wrapped up an amazing release, or remake I should say, because they were the team behind the recent remake of the classic title Dead Space. And just based on what they did with this game from 2008, by the way, as far as the graphics department goes, they got it. They have it on lock and they hit the key. This game looks beautiful. But following the success of the title, official EA Motive devs went to the Dead Space subreddit to announce their plans going forward, in which they briefly made a statement about the Iron Man game. The team went on to say, there's numerous factors that need to be taken into account at a studio and company level. But first, the team will take a well-deserved vacation before determining what's next. We have an amazing team at Motive that has started working on Iron Man, and you can rest assured that it's in great hands. Now, this confirms that the Iron Man title is officially in production, something that we didn't know for a fact until this announcement, which is cool to hear. Now, like I mentioned, they've previously been on record to state that the game is aiming for a 2025 release, but if they just started working on the game, from scratch, then I'd probably add another year or two on that just to be safe. Hopefully they don't pull a GTA 6 on us and delay it for like 15 years, but I have hope that EA is willing to bank big on a single player game because they haven't had a good one in a while, and this has potential if it's any capacity as good as the PlayStation Spider-Man series. Nothing else is known for a fact about the Iron Man game, with it being so early in production, so it's going to be fun over the next few years speculating about the game, so I'm looking forward to that. Overall, I'm ready to learn more about the game, and I have hope that it'll be a decent game at the very least. I feel like I'm giving EA a lot of benefit from doubt, especially with the way that they're running their business right now, but Since we don't have much, I don't mind being optimistic. So we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds for the upcoming Iron Man game. So what do you guys think about this Iron Man game, man? Are you guys excited? You know, feel free to leave a comment down below on your theories about what the game's going to look like, man. As always, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're interested, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one.